Now, Nolan, the CMAs, the Country Music Awards, are coming up this coming Wednesday in Nashville, and Jason Aldean and Carrie Underwood, they're nominated for the song "If I Didn't Love You." It's up for a musical event of the year. Jason began his career nearly 25 years ago, and we actually had a chance to sit down with him recently. And when we did, he said that he almost gave up before a record label actually signed him back in 2005.
I had tons of people tell me no and, wouldn't sign me, but it only took one to say yes. And then all of a sudden everything else happens, So it's really easy to get discouraged and kind of sometimes just feel like you're banging your head against the wall. But eventually I'm a firm believer in things happen the way they're supposed to happen. And if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. But you also got to go out and, not sit back and wait for it to happen. You got to go do your part and try and make it happen.
Now, don't you feel like the same holds true in retirement planning? Isn't the first step in making it happen meeting with a financial advisor? I mean, after all, you're not reading minds, and you guys aren't calling people who might need some guidance, right?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think, as somebody is getting closer to retirement time, I think to me the real sweet spot, so to say, is to get professional guidance. They've actually coined the phrase the retirement red zone now, which is the 5 years before retirement or the 5 years when you just move into retirement. So those are kind of the crucial areas when meeting with a financial advisor. I think it can help with making it happen. If you think about it, most people grew up and they became a specialist in one category or another. It could be a specialist as a dentist or an engineer or maybe a teacher or maybe a police officer. They are really good at what they know. And, for me, what I've done is I spent nearly the last 30 years, my whole entire adult career, specializing in the financial services industry for folks specifically that are close to or in retirement time. And so by meeting with somebody and trying to make it happen, I think a lot of the good value that you can get out of meeting with a fiduciary, a financial advisor that has your best interest in mind is, they can help you develop a way to look for opportunities and avoid some of the traps and the blind spots that are out there. When we get together with somebody in a first appointment, traditionally what we're doing is we're talking about, what are some of the objectives that they have? Are you retired now? What are the areas that you're looking to try to accomplish, in the next year? What are some of the challenges that you have? And by finding out the information and taking things slow, you're really developing a game plan on how to put things together. The next thing that I do is I'll gather a lot of information from folks. So when they come into the office, they might bring their 401k statement, maybe some outside investments that they have. They might bring their taxes and insurances. We're going to take all that information. We're going to take the next 2 weeks or so, digest it. We're going to go through it. And what we're going to do is we're going to write up a team action plan. So that stands for taxes, estate planning, asset protection, and money management. Within those areas, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what are the areas that maybe we could add value to what their current plan is, and or what are any blind spots or traps that they could be facing that are out there within that team action plan. The other great thing about it is if we flash forward today, we have so many great tools and technology that help make the retirement process a more understandable, more smooth ride, and something that can help, stack the deck of cards in favor for a retiree and allow them to have a realistic expectation as far as what retirement looks like. A lot of times people ask me, what's my retirement number? What do I need? Through software and technology that's out there today, that's one of the things that can happen with meeting with a financial advisor is they can help you pinpoint that accuracy, help you know what those numbers are, and help you be able to kind of put it together. If we think about technology, and if you think about technology in the healthcare field, or if you think about technology even in law enforcement, that technology across the board has dramatically improved, and we see the same type of improvements in the financial services industry. So, Chris, it's not too uncommon for me to hear somebody, say, well, I just worked there my entire life. I spent the last 25 years. I didn't really give it too much of a thought as far as how my 401k is allocated. I just knew I had to save and get here. And now that I'm here, what is my roadmap on how to put it together? So, of course, as somebody who's licensed in this industry that, again, has done it for nearly 30 years, I'm a bit biased. Is meeting with a financial advisor worth it? I'd say the answer is absolutely. It's one great idea to be able to get a second opinion. I oftentimes will also meet with people that I would consider to be do-it-yourselves. So they like to manage their money. But just even in a do-it-yourself situation, it doesn't hurt to get a second opinion.
I think we've talked about this before, and if not, it's a good time to talk about my lack of home improvement skills as far as do-it-yourself goes. When my wife and I bought our first house, it was a point of pride for me. I was like, yeah, I'm going to look these things up because of advances in technology. I was able to go online and look on YouTube and watch, these home repair projects. And of course, they made it look easy because these are professionals. These are, certified handymen and electricians and stuff. And I would go, oh, okay, I can figure that out. And it would always take me at least 2, if not 3 trips to the home repair store, twice the money, twice the time, and a lot of grief from my wife regarding it until finally we did find a handyman, knowing that eventually it is better to go ahead and defer to a professional to go ahead and have it done rather than undo it. Because here's the thing, when it comes to light switches or drywall, again, like I said, I can go to the store and do it again if I have to, and that's going to take me a little bit more of my Saturday or my weekend all in all. But when it comes to your retirement plan, if you make these mistakes, if you're going it alone, you can dig yourself out of a hole that you may not be able to come out of. Not to discourage you, certainly a lot of pride in wanting to do it yourself. I get it, but maybe do it almost by yourself. Have that person guiding you along the way to see if there are some changes that need to be made. Because if there is an omission, if there is something glaring in your retirement plan, when would you want to find out about it? Beforehand, before it becomes a big issue, or down the road when it becomes that thing that you can't dig yourself out of? Go ahead and defer to the team at America's Retirement Headquarters. Make a call, schedule a time to speak with them, have that second set of eyes on your plan as it stands right now. Or if you don't have a plan in place, go ahead and have one put together from the bottom up. And again, go and do whatever it is that you want to enjoy in retirement. All starts with that phone call, 419-794-3030, or online on the website, americasretirementheadquarters.com.